Hi guys, welcome down to La Calera Golf Resort. I'm Matt Fry, and in today's lesson we're going to be teaching you how to hold the golf club. So if this is one of your first videos on my channel, firstly, welcome, and also don't forget, do hit the subscriber button down below and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss any future videos to help you improve your game this year. Also, do check me on my social media as well for plenty more golfing instruction and golfing tips. You'll see them down below there now. So, how are we going to hold the golf club? Let's get stuck into this. Okay, so holding the golf club, sometimes a bit of a boring topic, but it's one, if you do get it right, you will see such benefits in your golf game and your golf swing throughout your golfing career, as opposed to getting a bit of a poor grip early on and then trying to change it down the line. So if we can get this right early on, and it's always good. Myself, I've been playing for about 17 years now and I still have to check my grip. If I fall back into a pattern of my bad shots, the first place I go to is my grip, and I'll tell you that that is normally the thing that is causing all the faults and then having to make the manipulations because of what I've done there. So in today's video we're going to be talking about different types of grip, and then also a style of grip, or a classification of grip that can lead to some other types of problems in your golf swing. Because the golf club is the only time we actually touch it is when we're holding the golf club with our hands and when we are gripping it. So if we don't adopt the right grip, we're going to have trouble from there. So let's see if we can get it. Now, I'm a right-handed golfer, so my lead hand is going to be my left hand and my trail hand is going to be my right hand. If you are left-handed, just flip this on its head and it's still the same way round for you. So the big thing that we want to do, number one, if you can get this right for me, this will make it so easy for you to do a lot of things in your golf swing. The lead hand. As a golf club is placed on the ground and it sits there and we have our arms just hanging by the side of us, if you were to just place your hand on the club as it was normal and you'd think, right, I pick it up, what you would see is something where the club is generally running through the palm and up the forearm a little bit too much, almost like an extension of your forearm, and that's going to be an issue. It's probably the most common thing I see when giving lessons, that people have the grip in the lead hand too much in the palm, because that it is just simple to put it on like this and then get it into that slot. The problems that you will face then with that, once it's in the palm, if you were to just take this grip and put it in your palm now and then hold your lead forearm, actually hinging the club up, I can get it to here and I can already feel the strain up and down my arm and just down my rib cage. I can get it to there. And if I were to try and rotate the club, you can probably hear the strain in the voice. I feel it up in my bicep and all down my left pec. I can only turn it this much and it feels that I'm not in control of this. So when we come to actually create hinge and release in the golf club, if you've got it in the palm, you're gonna struggle. So what we need to make sure, checkpoint number one, big checkpoint. As we grip it, what I want you to do is you're going to take the club so it's sticking out in front of you like this. You're going to hold it on the steel or the graphite and a little bit of the rubber at the end, and then you're going to see that it's starting in the little finger, up near the knuckle of your little finger where it meets your hand, and then running a little bit more through your fingers this way. So we'll see it a little bit like this. Then what we've got to do now is wrap the hand over. We're not just going to then close the hand around it because it'll go back up in the palm. We've got to see that it's up over and that it's running now more through the middle of our hand. And if you get a really good grip and you can do this, what you should be able to do is take your other fingers off here and see that just your lead finger is holding it and the club just sits on the heel of the hand. I can stand there all day like this, as well. If it was up in my palm, I would have dropped the club by now. So we've got it in the fingers, then wrapped over, and if you just went through that same drill that you hold the lead wrist, hinging it now becomes very easy, and also rotating the club. I can do this without any real strain. I've got as far as I physically can now, but if I could do, I could go further, but I've got there as physically possible for me. So hinging and releasing now isn't an issue. So when we come to making some golf swings under quite a bit of speed, that won't feel any pressure. So make sure you get that one. That is key, guys. When you do it, it'd be fingers and over, and you're probably going to see a couple of knuckles and some of the back of the hand, and it looks like your lead wrist is just kinked in ever so slightly. Then we come to the trail hand. So right hand for me is a right-handed golfer. 3 types of grip. Ideally, I'd like you to go for one of 2. The third one, it's a bit of a starter's grip. So the starter's grip, we get a simple baseball grip, fingers on a bit more, almost up towards the seg lines here, in here, on, and then we'd see the right hand over. Big check point for the right hand is that this little line that we've got on the thumb and the index finger is pointing back up to my right pec. So like I say, pretty basic grip, that one, the baseball grip where it's hands there. We want to see them close, and then that little line now pointing up towards my right pec. One of these 2 I'd generally like you to go for. It makes it easier again going down the line. So first one, the overlapping grip, is where we take the little finger and it sits in between the first 2 fingers on our lead hand. So it just pops on top there, just loosely, and then we get the fingers around it. Even the index finger on the trail hand we might use as like a little bit of a trigger. So it sits in here, and then again we've got that little line pointing back up towards the right pec. There we go, that is an overlap grip. Looking nice. It might feel uncomfortable to you, in which case you'd then try the interlock grip. So we've got the good left hand, we raise the index finger out on the lead hand, and then on the trail we just interlock. It doesn't have to be totally into the joints, but just loosely here, and then we get them again, fingers on, and that little line checking up. So you've got the overlap, or we've got the interlock as we go through. Hit some balls with each, or if you're already doing it, you'll know which one you are, but if you're new to it, try the overlap, try the interlock, see which one suits best for you. There's no right or wrong. Generally, if you've got smaller hands though, you'll probably sway towards the overlap, but go with whichever feels the most comfortable with you. We've got those checkpoints of fingers, and then over on the left hand, seeing a bit more of the back of the hand and a couple of knuckles, and then whichever one, fingers over, and the little line up to here. Then the 3 classifications of grip that we've got, which is going to affect the club face as we do this. And just a side note, as we're gripping, we always want to see that the club would be square as we grip it, not open and then try and move it square, not closed and then try and do it, because you're going to affect the face. So always grip it square. Once we've got a good grip, what we might see something where the hands now, my target being down this way, are turned, both of them, a little bit away. So it looks like my body's going this way and both my hands go underneath. So for me as a right-handed player, my lead hand, my left hand, I'd see loads of the back of my hand, see all my knuckles, and on my right hand I'd see the palm actually facing up. And the problem with that, if we get too strong a grip, as I swing the club back now, what would actually happen would be that the club face would get too shut. So a strong grip will generally lead to a closed club face. Then vice versa, on the other end of the spectrum, if we went what's called weak, where my hands go towards target and I go the opposite way, which generally most people will have a weak left hand grip, I won't see any of the back of the hand, I won't see any of my knuckles, I'll almost see the palm on my left hand, and then the right hand, I'll see a lot of the back of the right hand, a lot of knuckles, and that line that was on my forefinger and my thumb will be pointing out towards my lead shoulder. Once I do this, then generally you would see something where the face now gets too open in the swing. So we've got strong is closed, weak is open. We want to sit somewhere in the middle where we've got a nice neutral grip, where if I take that as I make my swing, what we should see is I get a really strong lead arm, and then I also get the club face matching my lead arm there. It's not open, it's not closed. I get into those good positions by getting a neutral grip. Like I say, they're going to affect your club face, and if you've got something where it's gone strong or it's gone weak, you're then going to have to change the direction you're swinging in an aid to try and get the ball back towards target. So like I said, guys, it is a bit of a boring one sometimes, it's viewed as, but it's critical that you do get it right. So go through it, make sure you've got it in the fingers in the left hand, wrap it over, see that it's in a good position, It feels neutral, you can hinge it, you can release it really easy, and once you're doing that, what you should be able to do is hit some really nice shots where it's crisply struck with a bit of speed, good angles, and you get some consistency, all because you've built a good grip at the start. So guys, give that a go, find out which grip suits you the best, and then get it in the bag. Make sure that it is sticking, and always just refer back to it. Just have a check now and again just to see that you've got a little bit of an MOT going on and the grip's in the right places. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do click that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Also, remember, like I said earlier, don't miss out on any future lessons. There's a free lesson every week for you. So hit that subscriber button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss them. Also, a big thank you to La Cala Golf Resort. It's their 30th anniversary and we teamed up and we made some videos also over on their channel to help you improve your golf also. And don't forget to check them in the description as well for all the offers that they do have on at the resort at the moment. It's a fantastic place, and if you're lucky enough to come here, I can't recommend it highly enough. Thanks for watching this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.